We're in the historic capital. It's also the centre of Austrian politics and culture. And this picturesque city provides the backdrop for the second stop on the inaugural season of the European Poker Masters. Welcome to Vienna. Over 100 players from across the globe descended on the capital for the first day of the prestigious Austrian Classics, hosted by the Concord Card Casino.
It's the first time here. I'm very impressed with it. Very well run. Recommend anybody to come here, really.
The room was full of anticipation as the players, young and old alike, took their seats under the watchful gaze of tour director Mel Judah.
I'm surprised. It's a very big tournament, a big field, good players from everywhere. It's a very good tournament. Yeah.
Survival was key as larger-than-life characters, unpredictable strategies and amazing skill combined as players tried to outwit one another for a chance at the illustrious title and a slice of the €300,000 prize pool.
Money comes and goes, but the victory is really something that you have forever.
Whether it was simple luck or pure genius, flair or destiny, dreams were broken and heroes were made. After 14 gruelling hours, the field was whittled down to a final 8 as short-stacked Eli Davidov went all in with pocket 7s against Sergei Rybachenko's pocket queens. The ladies held up, giving the giant Russian the chip lead and a seat at the final table. Hello and a very warm welcome to the Austrian Classics, brought to you by Absolute Poker. We're in the Austrian capital, Vienna, at the Concord Card Casino. It's the second stop in the first season of the European Poker Masters. Introducing the players to you, in seat 1, Rien Zieder from Holland. Rien's been a pro for nearly 3 years. His biggest previous win was right here in Vienna, and he starts with almost 100,000 in chips. In seat number 2, Gregory Orlov from Lithuania. He's been a pro for 4 years. His biggest win so far, €25,000, and he starts here with a massive 166,000 in chips. In seat 3, the very relaxed Nick Slade from Preston in England. Only playing 9 months, but he's made 11 final tables already, and he has nearly 44,000 in chips. In seat 4, Richard Tort from Hungary, 27 years old, but already making a big impact. His biggest single win so far, $250,000. He's got almost 130,000 in chips today. In seat 5, Dieter Wegener from Austria. He's a top-class backgammon player, incidentally, and he comes in here with more than 100,000 in chips. In seat number 6, Peter Corral from Austria. Peter works as an estate agent, but he's been playing for 7 years. He's the short stack, though, with nearly 39,000 in chips. In seat 7, Denis Kalo from Hungary, who goes by the nickname of the Pirate. He's a financial director, so no doubt he's counted his 108,800 chips. And finally, in seat 8, Sergei Rybachenko from Russia. Sergei's a 32-year-old pro with just 1.5 years' experience. He is the current Russian champion, and he's the chip leader here with over 170,000 chips. Our tour director today is Mel Judah, who's a legendary pro. Absolutely nothing will get past Mel. And alongside me in the commentary box, Jeff Lisandro, who's won more than $2 million in tournament winnings. I'm just wondering, Jeff, for some of these players, most of them, first time on television, whether they might be just a little intimidated by the cameras. Will that tighten them up early on, do you think?
I think they'd be scared of playing a bad hand initially. And they'll probably tighten up. They want to not be the first one out. That'd be like a bit of a worry for them. But I think after a few minutes, they'll get back to their normal game and play some good hold'em.
Now, you played yesterday with Sergei Rybachenko, who's the chip leader. What were your impressions of him?
Quite solid. good knowledge of the game, and from here he's definitely one of the favourites.
We're at the Concord Card Casino. Cards in the air for the first hand on the final table.
Raise to 9,500.
Rienzina raising it up straight away with the Jack Queen offsuit.
Yeah, that's a pretty average hand under the gun. Well, he's brought it in for 3 times the big blind. He got a better hand to lay down, so his strategy's working.
Not sure he's going to get any business here. Well,
there
I wonder
you
if
go.
that's a statement of intent.
Well, there you go. Aggressive straight away. Picked up the antes and blinds. Good move.
That'll take Reen's stack to over 100,000. He started off with just over 98,000. Good start then for the Dutchman. We've got a very much an international final table here. A couple of Austrians, 2 Hungarians, a Dutchman, a Lithuanian, a Russian, and a Brit.
Yeah, the Europeans are well represented here. There was a few Americans in the field, didn't get through. European advantage, home advantage.
Absolutely. Dennis Kalo's on the button here. Which means that Orlov is the first to act. He doesn't want to play. And around to Richard Tort, who is counting out some chips by the look of things, and why wouldn't he with a couple of ladies?
Nice hand.
Raise to 9,500. Peter pass. Peter pass.
Raised to 9,500.
Dennis pass. Sergey pass. 5.
Well, interesting. He wanted to raise it up with Jack Queen first time around, but with a better hand, he threw them straight away against the race.
That's right.
So this is how you play No Limit Texas Hold'em. Every player must post an ante, which is a set amount. The 2 players to the left of the button, or nominated dealer, place the small blind and the large blind. These are force bets to get the action started. Then all players are dealt 2 cards face down. Now we have the first round of betting, with the player after the big blind acting first. He or she can now fold, match the big blind, or raise it. Once all the players have acted, the first 3 of the shared or community cards are dealt face up. This is called the flop. Then we have another round of betting, and the next card is dealt. This is called the turn. Then there's some more betting, and the final community card, the river, followed by the last round of betting. Everyone still in the hand turns over their cards, and the best 5-card hand wins.
And it's Rybachenko who's on the button here, which means it'll be the Englishman, Nick Slade from Preston, who is a very, very good golfer, incidentally. If you ever try and get your money back from poker, don't challenge him to a game of golf. He plays off scratch. He used to be on the amateur tour, did Nick. And he wants to play here by the look of things.
Raise to 9,000. Richard.
Richard Tort having a long think about his response here. He's going to re-raise. How much? Oh, it's plenty.
We raised to 30,000.
There you see it, a pair of 9s. But he'd be happy to just take this down from here, Jeff, or does he? He doesn't want actually a pair of 9s, does he?
Well, yeah, he'd be happy to take it down. He's presuming that the guy bringing it in from under the gun would have at least 2 overcards. If he could get him to lay it down without a flop, he'd be really happy with that.
Gregory pass.
Well, Slade actually has a pair of 5s.
Yeah, well, that's a weak hand. He'll probably lay that down as well. He's out of position. The guy's got at least a bigger pair.
You got a pair? Yeah. Do you? You want? I do. You do have a pair.